I'm about to.
Just wanted to come by and say, love the stream.
Thanks, man.
Definitely watch it when I can.
Fantastic. Hello, everyone. My name is Dion Morales, host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we are in the top 8 of the Seattle System Open. These players played through 6 rounds yesterday. We had a wild card round just a few minutes ago that just finished up, and now we're bringing you a top 8 game. Doug Stoneweaver versus Blair Bunke. Blair Bunke rocking his 7Z Swarm. Love marking those. And then Doug Stoneweaver playing 3 Cartel Executioners. Deadeye Harpoon chips are nothing new, but one thing that is interesting in this list that you will notice is that he has overclocked R4 on each of them. So if you're not familiar with overclocked R4, we'll go ahead and bring those up here. Okay. Overclocked R4, during the combat phase, when you spend a focus token, you may receive 1 stress to assign your ship a focus token. This was most famously used in Metas past by the Dengaroo archetype, where he would just infinitely have focus tokens in order to stay as defensive as possible and also have modifiers for offense. So we will see how Doug Stoneweaver uses this upgrade. I'm assuming that what it allows him to do is have a focus defensively in matchups in which he gets shot first or even afterwards, because you can use it for he has it for Deadeye. You don't spend it for Deadeye. You use it for Deadeye. You can spend it as a modifier, and then following that, you can use Overclock to get the stress and have 1 for defense. So we will definitely see how that gets used. I'm going to go ahead and start getting these markers set up, because that's going to be fun. If you didn't watch our stream last time, the way Blair marks his ships in terms of which is which, the Black Sun style Z95, which is in the bottom of that formation, is a Harpoon Z, and the 2 alternate paint job, the one that's all the way at the top and the one that's in the center, also have harpoons. The rest are the tracers. He does have little markers there. We do see the cards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He does have them marked, each one. We're going to have to kind of mark our own way. And what I'll do is I'm going to mark all of the tracer, the tracer Z95s with blue, with red, and the harpoon guys with blue. Okay, so just give me a moment here. We're going to have some radio silence. So before we go too far, I do want to say thank you to all of our patrons and Twitch Prime supporters. You guys are the ones that really make this happen. You guys drive the force that is Gold Squadron Podcast. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to travel all over the United States, bringing you guys X-Wing coverage. And I'm super excited for 2nd edition and all the exciting events that I'm going to be going to for you guys in order to stream. I do get the question all the time, Dion, man, you're always streaming these events. What about playing? And, I'd love to play, but my goal here is to build some entertainment empire for you guys. Just something where you guys can always have X-Wing content, and we're just looking to do that and constantly be building. So I'm here for you guys. Thank you everyone for your support. If you want to be a part of that team that supports the Gold Squadron podcast, it's super easy to do. If you like giving away free money, literal free money, you can connect your Amazon account to Twitch, and you get a free Twitch Prime subscription a month. Every 30 days, you can click a button to literally donate $2 and change to the Gold Squadron podcast. Super easy to do. Thank you to everybody who's taking the time to do it. Or if you want to be a part of the largest group of supporters that Gold Squadron has, you can go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron, get awesome swag while supporting the show and all of our streaming efforts. So if you look at Doug's ships, the way he has his marked is by the height of his chemos. He's got 1 peg, 2 peg, 3 peg, so that's going to be chemo 1, chemo 2, chemo 3 for us. Okay, so let's see. We can bring all of these markers live here. Make sure I did this right. Here we go. Markers are up and ready. Hopefully that's clear. What is what? Oh, I noticed the 1 is backwards. Let's go ahead and flip that. Nope. Other way. This way. There it goes. All right. Red 3, blue 3. Getting in attack position, starting fast. 3 forwards. Red 4 following suit. And it looks like we're kind of set up for a jousty joust a little bit. Go ahead and move all these markers up. 2, 1, and 2. So it looks like we're gonna get us a straight joust here. That's the battle. I love this comment in the chat here. The Battle of Harpoon Hill. Yes, it is going to be happening for sure. That 3 attack dice on the Chemo Gilas is going to guarantee some of that splash damage. There will be death and destruction. There will. So there's our Twitch voting for who do you think is going to win this game. This one's going to be over kind of quick, I think. So hurry up, get your votes in as we begin the Battle of Harpoon Hill. You got 3 harpoons on the left versus 3 harpoons on the right. You got some tracers in there. This is old-fashioned X-Wing mixed with a little bit of new X-Wing. Just straight joust and missiles. Now, those primaries can actually do damage against these Chemogilas. And I think whichever chemo is the one that gets focused down here by Blair is just going to get stressed to hell, because Doug will just recycle that focus as many times as need be in order to reduce the damage. So that overclock's going to do some work, even though it's going to leave one of these chemos, you know, just like I said, just stressed to hell and back. So it looks like we've settled at Blair being ahead by about 2/3. We'll give into the end of planning to finish up voting if you want to participate. And Doug trying to make a decision here. I wouldn't be surprised to see to see Blair go fast here. Farthest of Z95 can go is 4 forward, get some of those range 1 shots. Tracers are range 1 to 3, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so here's red 3 moving to attack position, followed by red 4, same maneuver. Blue 3. This is one of the harpoonsies there. Red 1, 4 forward, coming in aggressive. See if you can catch one of these Chemogilas at range 1. So Blair most likely is going to lose at least one Z95 in the opening volley. Probably expecting to see either blue 1, 2, or 3 take the brunt of the damage. So there's 2 forward. Takes the focus. All right, we've gotten the opening engagement here, so we're going to go ahead and close down that poll. Thank you for everybody who participated. So I would say that chemo number 3, the one on the 3rd peg, who's flying above the camera line, should be in range 3 of number 1. I'm expecting probably just see all those dead-eye shots onto Z95 number 1. We'll most likely get 2 splashes total. So he's got to look for the most potential damage here with that splash. Temptation might be to go to number 2. It spreads out that splash a little bit more. Make your Twitch clips now, boys and girls. The Battle of Harpoon Hill has begun. All right, it's first shot. It's guidance chips for a crit. Two blanks. Z95 number 2 taken off the board without any second shot there. No harpoon trigger. Well, that's a tough break for Blair. He was hoping to probably, try to eat 2 harpoons there. This is chemo number 3. All right, here it goes. That'll harpoon for 2 hits, 2 crits. Oh my God. Another Z95 taken off the table. Holy crap. Yeah, losing 2 Z95s that quickly is hoping to roll some pain. There's some natties. Only hit crit, no harpoon splash. And that looks to be red 1. Okay. 2 shields down on red 1 with the harpoon condition. We have to go ahead and just first attack here. This is tracer shot from number 1. That's on chemo number 2. Guidance chips. 2 hits and a crit. Oh, sorry, 2 hits, 2 crits. 2 shields. The crit is Shaken Pilot. Can't go straight next turn. It's primary. 2 dice. Takes 1. Spends a focus for 2. Takes 1. Spends focus for... Oh, no focus on that guy. Okay, so after the dust settles, let's try to get this straight. We know that number 3 shot his harpoon. We know that Doug shot harpoons on everything. He has extra munitions, so we're going to go ahead and cross off extra munitions. So we suspected that Blair would lose 2 Z's in this opening. I didn't expect, though, them to be one shot like that. Like, that is unfortunate for sure. Now, on one of those rolls, you expect him to get at least 1 evade and force a second shot on another C-95. I'm pretty sure that cartel executioner is sitting at 2 after all those shots. So, obviously Blair is down, but he's only lost 32 points. And if he can take out this cartel executioner number 2 without losing another Z next turn, that could be a big deal. Absolutely big deal. Because that would get him ahead, 33 to 32. All right, so we got some movement from the Z's here. Both moving up. I'm going to reposition these numbers a little bit. All right, so Blair kind of starting to fan to the right. He's covering that top part of the board there. Okay, Mogilas, do we see the K turn? It is the 4K. Unfortunately, in the position that Blair was in, there was nothing he could really do about the 4Ks. Now, blue 3 will get a shot and have a possibility of taking out one of these. There's the flip. We're going to go ahead and take a second. We're going to make that timer disappear so we can clear up that top part a little bit. You can see a little bit better. And chemo number 3 fits a 1 bank. We're going to loosen up these numbers here. Deciding on an action. Still has a harpoon there. You do notice that Doug did not pop the contraband cybernetics. He's going to have range 1 shots just straight out the back here. Still has a Deadeye harpoon opportunity. And there it is. Guidance chips. Spend the focus. We're going to overclock to keep the focus. Yes, we are. Gets an evade. Only takes 3. We'll see what that crit is. Major hull breach. Essentially a blank crit. Not going to put it on the overlay. So that Z will have an opportunity to fire on Chemo Gila number 2 at range 1 with a target lock. So, not sure of the target there. Looks like we might be focusing down number 1. Just 1 hit. Looks like that's a damage card at number 1. And that 4-dice shot went into either number 4 or number 2. Here's Blair's opportunity. Spends a focus. No modifiers there. I think that takes out chemo number 2. If we had the damage right. No, we didn't. This is, I'm not sure which Z he's firing at right now. All these ships are the same type. We know we lost 2 shields. Has to be on 1 or 2. I guess it has to be on number 3. Spend the focus. There's 3. Overclock again, I'm assuming. No. That one does have a harpoon condition, so they have to resolve that. Looks like number 3 just shot blue 3. All the splash damage. Takes number 3 off the table. a splash on red 2, red 4, and chemo 1. If you're just joining us, we are here, I keep wanting to say Columbus, the Seattle System Open. Blair's got 3 of these Z95s left. Let's go ahead and totally take off number 2 off the board. There we go. So score-wise, Doug is still up ahead, 48-33. After resolving all that, we still had one more attack. Takes another 1 to keep the focus. I am definitely going to go and run to the table to get a health update because that's great. And we might have one more shot from Blair here. So here goes range 1. That's 2. Has a focus. Gets another 1. Might be down to 4-hole. Last shot here. Spends 3. That's a blank. And that executioner might be taken off the table. It was a little difficult. There was a lot of cards going on. Might be down to 1 or 0. He's off the table. Okay. So now, interesting game here. Big swing this turn. Blair takes out 2 of the Chemogilas and has 3 Z95s left. Looking at his cards, 2 of them are full. Full, and 1 is at 1 hole, I think. All right, I'll be right back. Let me go double check. Alrighty, so I got the health update. Everybody he has left alive has 2 hole. Oh, not the first guy. First guy's dead. There we go. 2 hole left. Cartel Executioner is at 6. Shields down. Has Contraband, Cybernetic Still, and a Harpoon in the chamber. I mean, looking at the Chemo's options, the most honest, easiest thing is probably to just go 1 forward. This Z95 has to turn around to try to get a shot. Maybe Blair can see if he can get a block with number 4. Too hard to the right to stop the 1 forward focus. You want to deny actions if you can. Okay, there's a turn. Number 4. Does the 1 forward. Looks like he's just trying to cover he's covering both the fast and the slow option here. Also blocking the banks, and the 3 turn might be the only thing that gets out, but then Doug won't have a shot. So 3 forward will be blocked. So no action. That avoids a harpoon missile. And we'll be trading range 2 shots here, unmodified from both players. Chemo also might have range 1 on the Z95 number 4. Depending on how those arcs line up. Actually, I would confidently say they do. But that is the one that has a focus token. All right, so looks like Doug is choosing to go for number 2, 1 hit. So that Z95 is going to live, takes no damage. That's a big deal. And Blair's looking to get some damage in here. 1v1, and that's going in. So that Cartel Executioner is starting to get chipped down. But with that harpoon missile in the chamber, it is one good missile away from just taking a ship off the board. So it has a 3-die primary, range 1, also 4 dice. And we're playing in that top section of the board. I know people are probably wondering where the timer is. Timer's hidden because they're playing right where the timer usually sits. 42-17, we've got plenty of time left on the clock. So Blair's made his decision. He is looking to cover as many of Doug's possibilities as he can. Z95 number 3 has to turn. Has no choice. Could do something like a 1 forward just to stay in the way and stop the 1 forward. That 1 bank will bring him into range 1 if Doug decides to do the K turn, which should fit. Looks like, did that just fit or did it bump? No, that fits. So he's setting up a target lock there on the Kimagila. Two turn. We'll keep that Z95 on the board. Make it relevant. So Doug deciding to take a... Oh, no, sorry, it was marked. All right, so we'll see what he tries to do here. See what the move is here. Looks like a 1 forward or a 1 bank. One bank from the Chemo Yellow brings him into range 1 of number 2. No focus. Doug will get in action with the Chemo. There's the target lock. This target lock also sets up a possible K turn next turn. He's deciding to spend it. 2. Blair has to throw at least 1 here, and that Z95 is going to be taken off the table. Double damage. Super dead. So that allows Doug to pull slightly ahead. Start planning. Still only 1 agility. Ships, but Blair's Z95s don't get any repositioning. It's going to get him a couple turns. Excuse me. It's going to take him a couple of turns to get that arc back on target. Notice that Blair's red 3 does have a target lock out there. All right, one bank. That's Doug anticipating the 3K from the Z95. There's the target lock. That Z95 is going to be taken out. Or he has a focus token, I believe. Yep, he survived. So Blair just didn't. He didn't flip the dice. So living on 1. All right, so Blair's probably going to be doing a 3-hard here with Z number 4. Trying to get a shot here, hoping for some crits. He does have a target lock out there on that Z95. Excuse me, on the Chemogila. A 1-hard. You know, this is where that red barrel roll on a Z95 would be money. 2 hard, barrel roll in towards the chemo. Seems good. Or 2 hard barrel roll, actually, would be the thing to fit. So here's the 2 bank. Might be anticipating the K turn here, hoping to buy himself a turn. Three bank, casts a wide net. See what you catch. There's the 4K. I think he got the block. He sure did. So this gives Blair an uncontested turn of shots. That's what Blair's looking for to be able to get back in this game. We'll see what this shot does. He does have target lock focus. Looks like it might be range 3. It is. So 2 on 2. There's a crit in there. That matters. Hit crit with the target lock. Nothing. They're both going to hit. We'll see what that crit is. No, we won't see what that crit is. All right. Major explosion. Does not trigger. Face down. Now, with that, with Blair having to spend the target lock, that's going to be a little bit of a tough sell here. But at the same time, the Chemogila dial is so limited. It's so limited. You know, just let me just peek over, take a look at it. I mean, he can't do the 3 hard will clear, but Blair is most likely just going to go 1 forward here, and that keeps that Z95 number 3 protected from most maneuvers. Currently stressed, so no 1 turn, no 2 turns from the Chemogila. Covers the 1 bank. He does have contraband cybernetics, so I guess he does have some options there, but I still think the 1 forward is the best move for that Z95. Here comes the Z. Target locking again. There's the 1 forward. Covers all of Doug's close maneuvers to the left. See what Doug chooses to do here. Flips the dial. It looks to be a red maneuver, so that means this is contraband cybernetics. That should cover the 1 hard, or does it block? Oh, no. So it's going to fit. He does get an action. He can choose to barrel roll and see if he can get number 4 with his action. He does. This is still an unmodified shot. And they will be trading range 1s here. Expected damage of 2. Very nice use of contraband there. Only one. No modifiers. Gets it. Blair has a range 1 with a target lock. 3 dice. Target lock. Hit, hit, crit. This could be it right here. Still alive by 1. We'll see what that crit is. Didn't see what it was. Thrust control fire takes a stress. So this Chemogila has no actions. 2 Z95s to take out. Number 3 has 1 hull. Number 4 has 2. This is close though. The PS advantage can make a difference here. Probably going to get that K turn out of number 4. We're going to have to turn with number 3. And the Chemogila doesn't have a response. That's because he has red. His only turn is a 3 hard. He'll most likely be able to kill number 3 though. I don't think there's anything that that Blair can do about that. So Doug, I think, is going to have to hope to not die from the range 1 shot, unmodified. There's the 1 bank, range 1 from number 3. That is range 1 from the Chemogila, unmodified here. Just 1. Blair's got a focus and 2 hull there. He has to spend the focus to live. Unless we got the numbers mixed up. We did. Okay. So we'll see what this roll is here. That's going to do it. Good game. Blair wins on the very last, obviously the last turn of the game. 1 hole left on that Z95. Taking out the Cartel Brute, ending with a score of 100 points to Blair and 87 for Doug. That was a wild ride. We started with this crazy joust. It came down to super close, really well played by both players. It was all about positioning. There definitely was some dice in there, but overall just a really fun and good game. Congratulations to Blair making it into the top 4, getting those Boba Fett templates. And yeah, so very good game. I do want to say, let's go ahead and get to the booth view here. How's it going, everybody? I hope you're all doing well. It's a little dark in this corner, but everything's going great. I want to say thank you to our sponsor for this weekend, Curled Paw Creatives. He's, of course, doing all those awesome, beautiful 2.0 templates, but he gave me a preview. You can see it right here of the all of the 2.0 tokens. Now, they're not going to be in this color. This was just a test run, but you can see all the different designs. I'll go ahead and make those bigger. They are awesome. So be looking for that on the Etsy shop, Curled Paw Creatives. I'm a really big fan. That's the other direction because of mirroring, but the Calculate has these cool little additional art on there. I really like the Jam token. I think that's probably my favorite one of the set. But awesome acrylic options here for you, and yeah. So that was an insane match. And also, I do want to mention right here, you see the preview art here for our next alt art from Gold Squadron Podcast. It's going to be shipping in July. That's Howl Runner there. I'll go ahead and make that a little bigger so you guys can get a better peek at that one. So the story behind this one, they just finished the mission, kicking some rebel butt, And they're coming back. Yeah. Looking super awesome. So Mad Medic, that color is the frosted white, so it looks really, really cool. The problem is that acrylic is really expensive. Like, that's just like extra acrylic he had laying around. So he might be able to do it for you, but it's going to cost you, because I know that the frosted acrylic is more expensive because it requires more labor time. He has to manually mask the other side as opposed to it coming pre-masked, if that means anything to you. But thank you to all of our Twitch Prime subscribers, everybody who clicked the button during that game. We have a little bit of limited screen space today. I only have 2 instead of my 3, and my Twitch chat is usually over here. I have only the combined chat up. So anybody who pressed that button, let me see if I can pull that up here in this other window. Third screen went out. Gonna have to get that replaced. How do we get that replaced? Twitch Prime subscribers, patrons. That's how we do it. And we'll take a look at the matchups here. So all right, cool. Well, we still have 20-something minutes left in the round. I'm going to go ahead and just see how the other games are going, and I'll report back to so the list that we started with in the top 8, we had Brad flying Ghost Fen. That's Brad Ho. We had Blair with his Z Swarm. We had David Lasser, who was flying Dash Miranda last time. We had Doug with the Chemo Gilas, who's now eliminated. We'll go ahead and cross him out. We had Robin, who we did have on stream yesterday with the two gunboats and Darth Vader. Matthew Lee flying Poe, Ezra, and Lorik, who was also on stream, played very well. E out of Canada, flying 100-point Miranda, and then Matthew LaRose flying Asajj, a Star Viper, and a Quad Jumper. He had a pretty tough matchup right away. He had the Ghost Fen. I wanted to put that one on stream, but I didn't want to watch Ghost Fen. So hopefully, well, I can't say stuff like that, but we'll see if we can get him on. Fanky Yoshi, how was the audio replacement last week? How was it last week? It went well. Honestly, I did go and buy a replacement, but I ran a bunch of tests, and I couldn't replicate the issue we were having. So I ended up returning the additional audio thing and saved the money on that. And we're still with our old audio interface. It works fantastic. I was unable to. We must have been getting, Tim Ralphs, who was with me, must have been right. We were getting some type of signal interference. Not sure why, but we haven't had the issue. So, so yeah, we're going to go find out how the other games are doing. We'll be back.